Our opinions are our opinions. Biatch!
Little rat.
What's up, y'all? It's MJ,
And it's Jackie J, baby.
and this is
The link.
Let's show that. What's going on, y'all?
It's been a long
It's
time.
been a short minute, or
I
a
know.
long one. Either way, it's been a minute.
We've been trying to get that money.
Because the bills won't pay themselves.
Selves,
The
period.
Lord didn't want me to be the billionaire that I thought I would be. It's okay. It's coming. I'm manifesting
Right.
it.
Manifest that in the name.
Yeah, you know what's
In the
up.
name.
I still gotta humble myself a little bit. I'm working on it.
But not during bull season.
Definitely doing bull season. It's Taurus season, and of course, who's a Taurus? None
Goodness
other
gracious.
than.
Stubborn.
Let me give y'all a little advice. I might be stubborn, but I don't think it's because I'm a Taurus. My daddy was stubborn. That's just me. I don't know about the other bulls here, but it's my daddy.
Can I just say, as an outsider looking in,
Go ahead.
I know several Tauruses. My father was also a Taurus. And one thing he loved was to be right, put his freaking in the mud, and stand his ground. And that man loved to live in the lap of luxury.
Bull gang.
Bull gang, baby. All the way.
So that's
all the
probably
way.
why we get along the best. Your dad is Taurus.
Yeah. Indeed. But we about to get on up in this thing.
Let's go. You got some rants? You wanna start off with the rant?
Yes, let's go ahead. But before I even do that, like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah,
Comment,
How can
subscribe.
we like, comment, subscribe, share, like do all of that? We want to hear from y'all.
Out.
For sure.
Getting into this rant.
Oh yeah.
I don't know where y'all's manners went, but if a public bathroom door is closed, knock on that thing. Just knock. Don't try the handle. Because what if they forgot to lock it? You know what I'm saying? And you walking in on somebody on the commode. Just knock.
I definitely can say that I don't knock. I definitely walked in on some people. That rant was for me. No, dead ass is like
Why not? Why don't you knock?
because I just feel like when I walk into a public restroom, I feel like all of the doors. Sometimes you go in and all of the doors are closed. Sometimes all of them are open. I don't always just go to the closed door. I'm just like, but I don't just push it. I like see if it's like, you know what I'm saying? But I also look down too, like is
To see the
anybody?
feet.
But it's not always like that too. Some of the doors go directly to the floor, so it's
Right,
like you're not
and you
all,
can't tell.
Exactly. So like that's just my personal experience, but
Well, please, little light story time. I was at work and I wanted to relieve my bladder, but I forgot to lock the door. And so someone just came in and I was in midstream. I had to clench that thing tight and push the door on her. I mean, it's just the way. It's the way of the world. Like, that's what happens if you don't knock on the door. You're going to get a concussion. So just knock. Because people really do forget to lock the door. Just knock. I'm just glad I wasn't dripping on my drawers, man. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
y'all rants take me out every time, bro.
Girl,
Like,
just knock, man.
how you forget to lock the door?
I was too comfortable. I just got too comfortable, and I did it again as far as like not locking the door. Like I'm just too comfortable, so I'm gonna have to just change up my routine.
That's the
'Cause
first
I'm
thing I
tripping.
do. I don't need. First thing I do when I'm, especially in a public place, like, what a lock at. What a lock. It's only
never
because
know.
It's only because I've walked in on people. Like, it hasn't happened in the reverse.
Yeah.
I've walked in on people too, and I'm like, how did you forget to lock? That's the. I don't even look for tissue. Sometimes I lock the door and look at the tissue and like, oh well, now I gotta leave. Like that. Number one, that's the first. As soon as I go in, lock the door. Number two, I look at the tissue because like, what we doing? Like I'm not even
Right.
So,
Ain't nobody dripping dry over here.
Not at all. It's
This
crazy.
ain't no third world country. Now
Yeah,
stop
drip
it.
dry. It's crazy. Like
So for the people who hear this rant and really don't give a fuck, you probably one of the new girl generation, part of the new girl generation, because these young girls out here now,
Oh, speaking of the young
Baby,
generation.
what you got to say about it? Speak on it.
Nah, that's them. You know, because, like, we grew up in a different generation, like, from our
Mm-hmm.
parents. So I guess that's just, we in a city girl era, you know. I know everybody want to say they in a soft girl era. No, like,
City girls are still in full effect.
they kind of up. Y'all still up. City girls up,
Well, as far as having a good time, they definitely up
for sure. Yeah.
all the way. I don't know. When did it get like this? These young girls just,
I feel
when I say,
like, when you get like what?
I don't want to say like don't care, but like they really embrace who they are. They have the self-confidence, I feel. You can say whatever you want to about me. I don't give up, care. I'm about to live my life. I'm about to do me.
I feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like it kind of goes back to music, like as far as like, it's just me. Back in the day, you had like Foxy Brown, Lil Kim, even Trina coming into those eras. Because
Ooh, those are good times.
if you think about it, they were there. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people didn't conform to that because they were looked at as hoes and trashy. You know what I'm saying? So now there are more female artists pushing that, and it's like even like Lil Kim was on a different side. Like she was East Coast.
East Coast, yeah,
East
yeah.
Coast, you know. But Foxy was East Coast too, like.
Yeah, yeah.
So now, but social media wasn't out, so it wasn't
Yeah.
easy accessible to see that these things were going on. So now, like, you got these female artists pushing all these, you know, sex appeal and you know the things that they do, and it's
bad
easily
bitch.
accessible. It
Yeah.
makes women more. I feel like it made the world more comfortable. Cause back then it was just like, oh, she slutty, she trash, and they also the music now it was a lot of love music, like love songs, R&B, like it leveled
a
it
good
out.
point.
It leveled it out. So right now we're living in a time where that's like you don't really hear a lot of R&B songs. That kind of phased out. So it's like you gotta mix some ratchet or some hip hop in there. It's like, I mean, people still listen to Usher and stuff like that, but like he like one in a million. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just feel like women like rappers have just pushed it, and
Really
it's
pushed the
easier,
shit,
easy accessible, and that's just where we are. They make women more confident.
And the girlies are feeling it. And I'll say this also, there are a lot more female rappers, and they can really go.
Really, I got a
Can the
couple
man?
of.
Okay.
You know, I fuck with Ken. Shout out to
Yeah,
Ken.
she's a
You know,
good
she from
listen.
Houston.
Really?
I was
I
like,
could tell.
her and Meg kind of putting Houston on, like, for female rappers.
But you know what? Everybody forget about Erica Banks, but is she really like on and popping like that? Okay,
I
say
mean,
names.
no shade.
It's no shade.
When she was like a one-hit wonder or something? What song did she?
I guess
Yeah, I don't follow her, but
like that, yeah.
I'm sorry.
She shouldn't have signed to Megan's old record company.
Oh, yeah, because that was kind of
Not a
bad.
good
She's
look.
still trying to get out. It was a 360, wasn't it?
Well, I think so. Well, we ain't even gonna get into that.
Yeah, that's cool, but yeah.
Cause
Shout out
some of these artists into that 360 shit, but some of them ain't. And I'm like, you own my name, bitch. Ain't no way.
Ain't no way.
My name is my name.
Right, because how do you own that? That's like, I tried to take Tina. She
Yeah.
said, hey, you can have everything but my name. I work for that.
Well, yeah.
You remember me tried to take it?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, no, I'm forever going to be Tina Turner.
I
Like,
feel you on that.
that's like women, you know, we was on that. What do you think about black women that date white men?
I am not against it. I feel like, what's the percentage? Like 46% of black women, or like 50% of them won't get married. And I have talked to a lot of black women that only want to marry a black man. But you see black men out here, they marrying whoever.
That's true.
Go out there and find you a good man, a man that loves you for who you are and appreciates you, and you appreciate him, and y'all make a life together. Because it's hard out here. I mean, just love is love to a certain extent. What you feel on it?
I definitely feel like love is love. Love who takes care of you. I personally, I would love to date. I mean, love to marry somebody black, but I mean, I can't say never, but love is love. That's just my preference. You know, I prefer somebody black, but I mean, if my interest peaks in other areas, then I'm not just gonna be closed-minded and say, oh, I would never do this or never consider it. It just have to be a very strong, different individual to keep my attention in that area. Because I just feel like no matter, it's just some things that, you know, other races can't relate to when it comes to things that we deal with, you know, like, it's just certain things they can't relate to. And it has nothing to do with love. It's just like, how can you help me in that area if you really don't know? Like, if you never
experiences.
Yeah. It's not to say that you can't love me properly, but I mean, I definitely would like to go to my partner and for them to understand, like, the things that I'm dealing with when it comes to race issues or, you know.
Well, someone made a good point in a video that we watched, how when black women usually marry outside their race, they do it for love, but black men, they always down in a black woman.
I agree.
Why?
I mean, because, I mean, we bitter black women. We're always going to be, according to, you know, that audience.
The media has so much power, and I feel like they've created a certain narrative where it pertains to black women. And so some people just can't break out of that and experience a person for who they are, a person, so they got to believe all that black women really are angry.
Some of them are, honestly.
No, that's...
I mean, we got a lot of reasons to be angry, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. I mean, I feel like it's bitter black men as well, you know, like, it can go on and on, you know, like.
Bitter people, period.
Yeah.
No matter the color.
Exactly. About different things.
Different things. Get you some therapy.
Yeah.
Get you some therapy.
Long story short, get some therapy.
Please, stat.
I don't think people go to therapy enough.
I would definitely agree with that assessment.
And I also feel like people go to therapy and they still lie to the therapist. So it becomes ineffective. I know some people
that lied.
I mean, I'm not going to say that.
Yeah, no.
I'm not going to say they lie, but like, it's like you fabricating the truth. So what that mean? Okay, that's all I'm saying. It's like, how is that going to help you?
Yeah.
If you, because what are you even talking about in therapy at this point? And I'm like, and I be wanting to like do the therapy. I really want to, does the therapist know that they're lying? That's what I want to know. Because how do you work with that?
And how do you just waste your own time like that?
Okay. It's really, mental health is a thing.
It's a thing.
Like,
also, stop emotionally dumping on your friends.
Okay.
They're your friends for a reason. They don't want to hear about all your problems all the time.
I was about to say,
of course, you're going to talk to your friends about your problems, but every time.
What are friends for?
To tell you to go to therapy.
Touche.
Because I have told several of my friends, you might need to try some therapy.
But some friends are like there for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you saying don't max it out. At some point you have to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Either you're going to put the work in.
You mean about repetitive situations?
Yes.
Okay. Understood. So what if you're in therapy being repetitive? Maybe I need to go to therapy and ask my therapist this. Say less. Don't worry about it.
I'm going to just put my business out here.
Come on, let's talk about it.
So I was in therapy for 2 sessions.
Don't try to, go ahead.
I didn't feel like she was helping me.
See, and that's what I was going to say. I was going to say, listen, because 2 sessions, What are we doing? Why didn't you just switch therapists?
I'm considering it
You should.
now because all I'm saying is this. If you say something to the therapist and the therapist just looking at you and you looking back at her
Yeah, doing the
with
Diddy
no
and Beckham
feedback,
stare.
yeah, we have a problem.
No, I want to say this. Having your therapist is like, it's a relationship. Like, the same way you go to the doctor, like, and you just like, I got to get a new doctor, like, because you got to feel comfortable enough and you got to feel that connection. You can't just, you got to shop for therapists too. So you got to find somebody that fits you. That's
point.
it. So
Very good point.
don't give up on it. Like, it's somebody there for you.
There's
The same way you pick your friends, like the same way you know who to keep around, you got to know your doctors, your therapists. Like, you just got to know.
That's a very good point, and yeah,
Because it's your money and your time,
And
so
your
you need to
time.
get what you're paying for.
Your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health. Like, therapy is very important.
It is
especially if you
important.
need it.
It's definitely important.
And you know who about to need some therapy, don't you?
Who?
These motherfuckers that was making money off these Instagram reels.
Oh yeah, I wonder what they're gonna do when they stop making money. Like, they're probably gonna transition to YouTube, honestly.
You already know YouTube Shorts on the way up. But I don't care what anybody says. TikTok still has a stronghold.
I don't have a TikTok, but I recognize.
Yeah.
I recognize that TikTok. I just feel like social media. I don't know when, but I feel like in the future, like it's going to. Cause just think about, like, nobody wants to go. Like, everybody want to be an entrepreneur now. You know, so if the whole influence. So if the whole world just stopped trying to work and be social media influencers, who's really paying who at this point? How can Meta or Facebook or IG, how can they, afford to, I'm not saying they can't afford to do it. Let's just be real. But you got to understand that, like, they're getting paid to put out the app and to be creative and to do these things. So if, like, it's kind of like an overflow, like the market gets saturated. So if everybody doing it, how long is it really going to continue? Is it going to phase out?
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's going to phase out?
As far as social media, period.
No, the monetizing.
On Instagram and all that, yes, it already has. But YouTube,
not YouTube. I feel like YouTube is actually one app or one. It's gonna stay because it's been the same. YouTube has been there forever, like back in the day, like way before Facebook, way before IG. You can get on YouTube. That's why people that making YouTube money, they've been doing it since like forever.
Okay.
So people that's now trying to create content, y'all late. No shade or nothing like that. But I'm just saying, like, I look at like the people and I'm like, 17 years ago, like, you was 6 on YouTube. They dead ass was like 6 on YouTube.
Dedication.
Yeah,
It's
making video, like they really grew up on YouTube.
It is a job.
So yeah.
But yes, I do think that they will stop paying people for reels and things like that. And these girls and guys, they just gonna have to find another way. Because to me, just living off of that monetization, that's kind of crazy.
People are doing it though. People are really doing it. They're not even making like YouTube money like that. They're transitioning to it now. But the reels and the shorts, like you're saying, like TikTok, like it's that I've seen them go from 10 views to like up. Yeah.
All the way up, baby.
Yeah.
That shit is fucking crazy.
It is crazy. It's crazy, but it worked.
With the social media, how do you think it's going to be 15 years from now? Are we still going to be watching this shit on the phone? Like, are we going to be able to cast this stuff from our phone to the wall? Like, it's...
Well, I grew up in a generation with no phone. But the crazy part is, even though we didn't have phones, we did have YouTube. Like I said, YouTube has always been a thing. So I just feel like it's gonna transition. Like, I don't know if Facebook is necessarily going to like die down or fall off because
I feel like it will.
It's not like Facebook is not the only social media platform that has existed. It's just the longest one that's been up, you know. And we were talking about like competitors. Like there are no competitors when it comes to Facebook. Like
That's real.
IG is definitely getting around for his money. Always has. Like definitely. So I feel like it being the only platform, I mean, it's kind of dying down. Not honestly, like.
Facebook is going to become obsolete.
I
It
feel
just
it.
looks so old, honestly.
Yeah, and
Just
they
the whole
and the
interface.
whole update, and they trying to do I feel like they trying to do too much.
And they should have did it years ago.
So it's like we talked about like our parents being on Facebook, and we talking about our generation and the younger generation.
Yeah.
Like eventually, it's like it's gonna fall off like by because a lot of people don't like Facebook right now because there's a lot of older people on it that's getting into it. So it's like we're about to transition to something else. We just waiting on it. So
Facts.
it's like who's gonna keep it up? I feel
Right.
like that old, they don't know how to let go once they get on something new.
Nuh-uh, they going to hang on.
And we looking like what's next?
What's the new thing? What's that new?
Yeah, and I feel like the younger generation, like people behind us, are on TikTok and YouTube. So like Facebook, eventually it's just gonna.
Fall by the wayside. It's going to be TikTok and YouTube all the way with a little bit of Instagram mixed in.
I don't feel like Instagram gonna die, but I feel like they're gonna have to. I don't know.
I mean, especially since they ain't paying people no more. I mean, and this is America.
But you gotta think though, it existed before the money.
That's very true.
It's about marketing too.
That's very true. But I'm saying from a capitalistic standpoint.
Oh, for sure.
Pay me,
For sure.
motherfucker. Pay me, bitch.
Yeah, but also if I'm like an influencer or like if I'm an artist in any form, I do need to promote and the audience is there. So
That's
like
fair.
I still could make money from Instagram, but not I mean on Instagram, but not from Instagram.
Gotcha.
Book me, come to my show. Like it's still a
Fair.
platform that reaches people,
Fair.
even though I'm not getting the money from them. I'm getting it from the sources that use it.
That's fair. That's a smart way.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying them taking away the money, it's still money there. You know what I'm saying? Because what do you do when you looking for something to do or when you need resources? The first thing I see people do is get on Facebook. Hey, can you point me in this direction? If they got a show in that area, they'll pop up on live or pop up on their story. Hey, anybody in this area know somebody that can do this? And guess what? DMs
Don't
flooded.
get your answer. I got you. They got you.
Yeah.
Well, dang, this is a nice little breakthrough episode.
Yeah,
We
sure.
come back in full effect.
Yeah, for sure.
What you got going for your birthday?
I'm on tour, I'm on tour, I'm in a city near you. Let me know.
You want to give the people your Instagram so they can,
No, I don't like y'all like that. No,
Okay.
I'm joking. It's MJ205.
Okay.
EMJA 205.
Okay.
I'm
your
on
girl
tour
up.
all month.
All
the month of
month.
May. Like,
Bull season
yeah, you better know.
in
Like,
full effect.
yeah, I'm there.
All right, then. We out this thing.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right.
Peace.
Deuces.